Hi guys, welcome to another Hunter video. I'm a Night Elf Hunter on the Whisperwind server, and right now I'm in good old Karazhan. Karazhan is a level 70 raid instance, and what I'm gonna do is try to solo the first boss, Attumen the Huntsman. Now I'm here in my Hunter tanking spec, and if you've never heard of this, go to my website, tribunexhunter.com, and search for Hunter Tank in the search bar. I'm also using my Tenacity pet, Mudpie, which is a Crocolisk pet, and you're not able to get this pet anymore, so lucky me. Now, with a hunter, you first have to use your pet to tank, and as a hunter, there are some things that you get, such as you're able to go very slowly through the mobs. You're able to use misdirect to your great advantage. And so what I have done right now is use my pet, set it on passive so it doesn't randomly attack, and then I send it in to attack when I want it to. Now, there are two types of horses that you see in front of me, the Spectral Charger and the Spectral Stallion. Now, the more dangerous of the two is definitely the Spectral Stallion, because it has a buff which increases its strength by 10, 20, 30% every time it stacks. So what you need to do is use what is that skill called? Tranquilizing shot. Whenever you see one, try to tranquilize it away, and it'll take one by one of those stacks away. Also, make sure you have mend pet up at all times. As you can see, I forgot it for a while, and now my pet is low on health. And for the Spectral Charger, nothing really special except it'll charge you every so often, and it'll fear you, which is why you have to use misdirect and use your pet's mechanics, passive and stay abilities, so that the mobs go onto your pet, and you're not close to any other mobs, and you're not in danger of pulling anything else. And there's my target, Midnight, which if I aggro her, then Attumen will come out and fight me. And the reason why I'm fighting this is because there is a rare mount, about 0.25% chance mount will drop. So what I just did right now is set my pet to stay and passive, use misdirect, use a multi-shot, and I pulled the two horses along with no, it looks like it's just the two horses. I thought there was someone else there. And again, with the Spectral Stallion, the kill order when you have the horses should be Spectral Stallion before the Spectral Charger. And if you have two Spectral Stallions, nothing you can do except just take them out as quickly as possible. Now, even though this is a level 70 instance, it's a level 70 raid instance. And so, even though you're level 80 and my tanking spec, so I have a lot more survivability, it's still very hard. And that's why in the title, I only call it an attempt, and you'll see why later. And this Spectral Stallion is about to go down. And I start looting. Now, because your pet is set on passive and to stay, whenever it kills one of the enemies that it's attacking, it'll go back towards where it's set to stay. And so you have to remember to set your pet to attack it once your first enemy is dead. Now, here is a Spectral Stable Hand. What you need to do, if there is any horses around, you have to kill these guys first. And the reason for that is they have the least health between them and the horses, and also they heal the horses. So you have to take them out first, and then take out the Spectral Stallion, and then take out the Spectral Charger. And so as you can see here, I am just setting my pet to stay, using misdirect, pulling enemies one at a time so I don't get feared into anybody. And also as a hunter, you have feign death. And so just remember, if you get into trouble, let your pet take all the damage, and if you really can't survive, let your pet die, and then feign death. Then the enemies will reset. Hopefully you've killed off one or two, and then you can just try again at your own leisure. Revive your pet and try again. And as a hunter, you have this benefit of going very, very slowly, and that's just what I did there. Now, there's also some things you need to do, such as if there's 4 enemies at a time, you have to shoot down a freezing arrow. Take one of the enemies out, most likely a stallion, a spectral stallion. That way, you can save yourself a lot of damage and make your pet survive a lot longer. And here my pet is about to go down. There's nothing I can do, but I already took down one spectral stable hand, and I want to take down one more before I give up on this mob and let them reset. And that one is dead, so I'm gonna feign death. So they reset, and now when they're all gone, I go at my own pace, revive my pet, heal, loot the bodies, and heal myself up as well. Remember to pack up enough food and pack up enough water so that you can heal yourself in case something like this happens. And it takes a little bit of practice too. It has to do a lot with pet management and how you control the mobs. Also, if you can, use a PvP trinket, just because if there are some times that they fear you and you can't control it, the PvP trinket would definitely help break you out of it once your Bestial Wrath is still on cooldown. And I take one guy out with my freezing arrow, and I take out the spectral stable hand. You have to make sure that you freeze them away from the pet, because your pet's thunder stomp will break out the trap. And also, I know some of you might think maybe we'll just walk straight past these ads and straight to the boss, since they are only level 70. Well, I tried that, and what happens once you aggro the boss is that every ad up to this point who hasn't been taken out, they will start going towards the boss, and suddenly you have the boss and about 30 different ads. So it's a must that you take them out. Now, one last guy, take out the spectral charger. It'll be the hardest, and you'll run into the most problems at the very end, where there is 2 sets of 4 to 5 mobs at a time, and that's where most of the damage comes in. And so you have to have good pet and CC management. Spectral charger, fear, but there's no mob, so I'm not afraid. And I'm going to take this guy down. And going through here, I actually made quite a bit of money. I found 1 purple, but it's BOP, nothing special, and a few 70 greens, which sells for about 50, 60, probably actually 100 gold. And here I am, I just tried to attempt the boss, and no luck. Here I try to go again, and I'll ruin the surprise for you, no luck again. The problem is that I don't have enough healing, they do a little too much damage, and I don't have enough damage mitigation on my pet. And so out of all those 3, I just can't seem to take down Midnight enough before Attumen jumps on him and jumps on her and fights me, and my pet dies too quickly. So there's nothing really I can do. So what I can do is just wait until patch 3.2, because during that patch there will be some new enchants for engineering that I can put for more defense. And oh, they resisted my feign death, and since I'm a night elf, shadow meld, and that saves my butt. So like I said, I have to try to wait for 3.2 because there is an engineering enchant that I could possibly get that increases my armor, and also another little buff for my pet, which increases, or it'll scale resilience from me to my pet, and that way maybe I'll have more crit management as well. So when 3.2 hits, I'll try to solo Attumen again, and hopefully by that time everything will work out and I can solo him and try to solo him every week to try to get my mount. But until then, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and take care. Till next time.